Thank you. The next speaker is Heather Fazio. Topic is airport security.
Good afternoon, Council. As reference, I've provided y'all 3 documents, the first of which is a copy of the resolution passed by your Airport Advisory Commission on the 14th of December. It reads as follows. Be it resolved that the Austin Airport Advisory Commission recommends the City Council oppose the installation of AITs or body scanners at ABIA and further oppose the practice of invasive body searching and encourages the City Council to inform the TSA and state and federal delegations of such opposition. The second document is Jim Smith's memo sent to each of y'all on the 20th of December. It's a weak attempt by the Director of Aviation to undermine the unanimous passage of this resolution. It's the same unsighted propaganda that the local TSA Director Mike Scott used in his unsuccessful attempt to convince the Airport Advisory Commission of how great body scanners would be. Texans for Accountable Government has prepared the third document, which is a rebuttal, including citations to this nonsense. Some travelers are most worried about the negative health effects of the body scanners, while for others it's the fact that the U.S. and Texas constitutions were designed to protect citizens from unreasonable searches. But for me, the bottom line is sexual assault. Anytime any person is coerced into being molested, that is sexual assault, and it's unacceptable. This summer, I intend on visiting the West Coast to visit my grandmother, and I'm concerned that I'm going to have to either drive or take a bus there because I'm unwilling to submit to either a digital strip search or a full-body molestation. And APD is arresting travelers for resisting. They should be assisting them in filing their complaints against the TSA screeners rather than dragging them through the airport. The only question posed by your staffers on our meeting on the 18th was that of jurisdiction. Well, Austin owns ABIA. We operate, maintain, and manage it. The City of Austin has a duty to protect the travelers who choose to fly into or out of Austin. The TSA's invasive and offensive security procedures are just that. Our policies are just that, administrative policies. There is no legislation mandating these digital strip searches, and there's no law, nor could there ever be, granting federal agents the authority to sexually assault anyone. We ask you to consider the following actions. Pass a resolution that expresses the opposition of the installation of these machines and these practices at ABIA, and further prohibit their use at any other City of Austin owned or managed properties, and encourage the DA and the Sheriff's Department to prosecute any violations of law perpetrated by airport screeners upon travelers at ABIA. Also, we ask that you lobby congressional delegations to pass meaningful legislation at the federal level that rolls back these ineffective and invasive screening procedures. And also post notices advising travelers of their rights. There comes a time where we have to stand up and defend ourselves, and the time is now. If this body doesn't do anything, I guarantee it will be a campaign issue in May when 3 of y'all are up for election. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker is Wesley Strackbein. Topic is TSA policy in Austin Airport. You have 3 minutes.
Honorable Mayor and City Council members, my name is Wesley Strackbein, and I'm a 7th-generation Texan. My ancestors braced the hardships of the early days in Texas because they knew on this ground, in this state, that we men could live free. While their new life in Texas had its challenges, the constitutions governing my family's adopted state guaranteed liberties not recognized in their homeland of Germany, a real blessing they cherished. This legacy is precious to me, and as a steward, I cannot sit idly by as despots move to rob our children of the sacred trust bequeathed to us by our forefathers. Washington has declared war on the Constitution, and it's time for Austin to fight back. As you well know, the TSA has mandated the use of naked body scanners and intrusive pat-downs in our airports where no probable cause has been shown, a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment. This abuse is outrageous and it must be opposed. Your own Airport Advisory Commission has rightly urged you to forbid the scanners and invasive pat-downs at Austin's airport. Travelers at ABA must be protected. The question of jurisdiction has been raised, and it's an important one. Wherever you are in this debate, City Council, one issue beyond question is this. The federal government cannot use one constitutional power to bludgeon another constitutionally protected right. In the name of protecting us, Washington cannot, for example, suspend citizens' right to free speech, the right to due process, the right to keep and bear arms, or, in this case, the right to be secure in their persons. To do so would break our charter covenants and subvert the very foundation of this republic. What, then, is our recourse? Well, when tyranny threatens, lower officials have a duty to interpose in defense of liberty. This legal doctrine has a rich tradition dating back to the Magna Carta when England's nobles demanded that King John honor the rights of Englishmen or be deposed. Madison and Jefferson affirmed this duty, as did Stephen F. Austin, the latter of whom spent more than a year in a Mexican jail after demanding that Santa Anna's regime honor the constitutional rights of Texians. Thankfully, this council honored Austin's legacy when in 2003 you opposed tyrannical provisions of the Patriot Act. Such resolve is called for once again. Now is the time for this council to interpose against the unlawful demands of Washington to check the TSA's tyranny at the Constitution's gate. This means that the naked body scanners and groping pat-downs must be banned at ABIA. No American wants a repeat of 9/11. Those hell-bent on doing us harm should be stopped in their tracks by using every appropriate means under the law. Yet in the pursuit of safety, freedom is non-negotiable. To trade liberty for temporary safety is a fool's bargain that forfeits rights for tyranny. Don't play the fool, City Council. The long-cherished liberties of Texans must be upheld. And know this, that Jesus Christ, the great governor of the nations, looks not well on those who pervert justice, so don't sell us out for peace or personal gain. Defend our rights, protect the innocent, keep Austin free.
Thank you. Next speaker is Bradley Pierce. Topic is Austin Airport and the TSA.
Honorable Mayor, City Council, thank you for your kind attention. My name is Bradley Pierce. I'm a citizen of Williamson County, and I'm an attorney, and I call the Austin Airport my home port. And I'm also a husband and a father. My wife, who's pregnant with our first child, is here with me today. And I care about my family. I care about their protection. I care about their future. And because of that, I'm here today to respectfully request that the Austin City Council refuse to permit the TSA or anyone else to operate X-ray scanners or perform enhanced pat-downs in the Austin Airport. I care about protecting my family. Many parents tell their children never to let anyone, stranger or otherwise, touch them in certain places. And if they do, come and tell Mommy and Daddy immediately. Now when we go to the airport, where the rules apparently do not apply, Mommy and Daddy have to surrender our child to a perfect stranger to perform on them acts that we've told them were so wrong. And the only response that Mommy and Daddy have is to stand idly by and to say, "It's okay, honey. It's the government." This is a nightmare for little children. They don't understand the hypocrisy of all of this, and frankly, neither do I. Should I tolerate someone breaking into my home and stripping my wife naked and molesting my child? Forbid it, Almighty God, yet put the person in a blue uniform, and that's exactly what we must now submit to. And not in darkness or in secret, but in broad daylight and in front of an audience the size of an airport. You know, flying used to be fun, but not anymore. Now it's a nightmare. And if the Austin City Council allows these scanners and these pat-downs to take place in the Austin Airport, my family will not be flying there. No, I will not allow my family to be, I will not allow the TSA to play show and fill with my family. No, the appearance of security is not worth that. I care about my family's future. Is this the future we want? Our family has been in Texas over 150 years, and we aim to stay here. Our ancestors sought to prevent government from using fear to take away freedom. And they fought and died for those freedoms, and I aim to defend them. What will the Austin City Council do? The Texas and U.S. Constitutions forbid the government from performing unreasonable searches. If the virtual strip search of my wife and the creation of child pornography of my child is not unreasonable, if the sexual assault of men and women and indecency with children is not unreasonable, then what is? The Texas and U.S. Constitutions are there to protect us. Will the Austin City Council allow the TSA to strip and grope the citizens of Austin and Central Texas, or will they stand upon the Texas and U.S. Constitutions and defend the citizens they have sworn to protect against an out-of-control federal agency? Does the Austin City Council care about the protection and safety and future of its citizens? I want to believe that you do. If so, I ask that you stand upon the Constitution, draw a line in the sand, and keep Austin free. Thank you.
Thank you.